Hey guys, it's Ashley on 1047 Kiss FM, and I am here with one of our favorites here in Arizona, Max.
Hey, baby. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Okay, so to kick off this interview, I want to show you this picture that I found from 2015. Look at us.
What?
Do you remember
Wow.
when
Oh
we
my
could
God.
stand less than 6 feet away? Like, do you remember this
It's
time?
so, I'm sure I feel like it's so cliche now, but every time I watch a movie or anything that's from before this time and I see people together, I'm like, whoa, what are they doing? What are
No
you doing?
hugging.
Wait, back up. That's so, our glow up is crazy from that
I
picture. I
love
like it.
it. And this is like a year before you release Lights Down Low. So it has just been so cool to see your
Wow.
progression as a person and just an artist in general. Like, because you had huge success with that song. So to go see you go from this Max to this Max has been the
Uh,
coolest thing ever.
Thank you. Same to you. It's awesome. I love that's such a throwback. So cool. I love it. 5 years.
Right?
Boom.
So
Amazing.
crazy. And I mean, I can't go on further without saying congrats to you and Emily. You're going to be a freaking dad. That's
I know.
insane.
I'm ecstatic. It's so funny because she's so ready for that baby girl to be here. And I keep being like, just soak up the time. When she's here, she's not going anywhere. So just enjoy this moment. But I can't empathize. She's like, you don't know what it's like to have an 8 pound little person in you that you just want out, basically.
I couldn't imagine. And I mean, has it sunk in that you're actually bringing in a human into this world?
Oh, definitely. It's so
Okay.
interesting. I feel like I had the same vibe when I got married to Emily. Just the initial her saying we should get married before I actually proposed to her was the moment that I freaked out. My heart went crazy. I thought I was gonna blow. Like it just felt like it was gonna blow up. And the same thing happened with baby girl because when she said, "I think I'm ready to have a baby with you. We should start trying." That's the only time throughout this whole process that my whole world flipped. And this was like I don't know 9 months ago. So it's total. So now that once I accept it, then I'm in, and I feel
Yeah.
amazing. And her little room is all yellow.
Oh,
We've
you
got
have it
little,
all done?
all of her. Oh, we've been putting all the little toys in, and she has all of her little Winnie the Poohs. And I've been reading her books in the belly right now, hoping that she recognizes it when she's in the real world. So I'm ready to meet her. We're gonna hang out.
You guys, you can just tell your soulmates. So I'm just so excited to see what she looks like and hear her name. We're just so pumped over here on the
Woo!
Twitter universe. That's how we
Yes.
keep up with you. So just it's been a month since we've gotten the masterpiece of Color Vision, and I mean it's just so vibey. I just like that's exactly what we needed in 2020. So thank you again for that.
My pleasure. Thank you for
And
listening.
I'm not gonna lie, my favorite song on the album, Blueberry Eyes. I just gotta put it out there.
Yes.
So good. So I'm so happy that you're pushing it to radio because I'm like, I get to hear this on my drive-in every day while I'm at work. I cannot wait. And I mean, Suga of BTS, you guys did the damn thing with this collab. And I've got to know, how did this come about? Was it always from the beginning, hey, I'm going to do Burn It on your album and you're going to do Blueberry Eyes on mine? Or was it more of an organic, like over time? How did that come about?
Definitely organic. When we met in Korea for that first time, I had no expectations. And when he said to me at Big Hit the first time we hung out, I want you on my project for August D, he knew Burn It was the song and sent it to me, and I wrote my English lyrics. But for me, I asked him at the same time, I would love you to be on my album, but I didn't. Asked him to be on a different song called New Life, and I
Oh,
basically sent him song by song and went through it, and then he liked one song that I already put out, Where Am I At? And I was like, oh man, that's already out, but here's New Life. And then he's like, oh, I can't hear myself on that as much. So finally I just sent him the whole album, and I basically said, listen, whatever song you want, you're on it. And he chose Blueberry Eyes, and it was such a perfect mix. It really was a song that I didn't expect him to choose, and I'm not sure why looking back, but at the time I kept pitching other ones. I never pitched that one specifically, but he ended up choosing that one, and it's been amazing.
I think that's why it works. It feels so organic. Like it wasn't
Totally.
forced. Like it just, the puzzle pieces fit, and I love that. So I do want to know, with you guys obviously being on opposite sides of the world, did this collaboration kind of happen different? Like for say the one you did with Quinn 92, was the way you kind of did this like just totally opposite of that? How did this even work out?
Funny you mentioned that one. That one was in a similar way. A lot of when I bring in features or collaborations, the majority of the time it is done apart, usually because we're usually on the road or whatever else, and it's everybody's schedules are different. So it actually didn't happen much differently than the Quinn one. The Quinn one, Quinn texted me because he was working with my same producers who did Blueberry Eyes as well. And he's
Okay.
just like, hey, I heard this song they showed me. Are you looking for a feature? I'd love to jump on it. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think you'd be into it or you'd want to be a part of it. I thought a girl would be on that song, but sure, try something. And what you hear now is what it was. So each one of these has been that organic process. And I've definitely learned that lesson that the more organic, the better always. And the fans can hear it. They can hear when it's, you know, it really is, it's made from love and it's not just, oh, here's a bunch of money, jump on my song kind of. That's a very, I think that's usually pretty transparent through the music when it's like that. So similarly with this, you know, we did it. He was in Korea, I was here, and we did both Burn It and Blueberry Eyes at the same time. He was giving me his notes for Burn It. I was giving him for Blueberry Eyes because the whole album was supposed to come out in May. So it ended up that the day he released August D was actually the day I was supposed to release Color Vision. So it worked out. I don't know if he even knew that, but so he released that when Color Vision was supposed to come out, and I put out, you know, in September, which was perfect.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, everything just fell into place, and I liked it though because we got a little bit of his at the beginning, and then we got a little bit of yours towards the end of the year. So it just, I love it. And I got to know questions from the music video. First off, you and your wife, I cannot get over it. You guys look so good in that video. Did you actually sit in a tub full of blueberries, or did they just do like the top layer?
We did a half and half. It's like a half iced tea, half lemonade situation. You know, we were in there. We got thousands of blueberries, but we figured what we did is we put packing peanuts in the bottom, and then so what we got in, then the packing peanuts, and then a blue tarp, and then the blueberries basically were from like our stomach up. So there were a lot of them, yeah. And it was so crazy because we felt so bad. Like, I love blueberries, and these were delicious ones too. And I was like, oh, they can't go to waste. So we were thinking, oh, we'll make like pies out of them after. And then we were like, that's kind of gross because we were in here and who's gonna eat them? So we ended up dyeing all these shirts with the blueberries. Like, we looked up a Native American recipe. And it was really, the process was fun, but then after we did it, they didn't turn out so great. So we just ended up putting like extra designs, and we're going to put them out soon, but at least they didn't go fully to waste. We did use that dye, those blueberries, for a good cause.
There we go. I love that. And then who came up with the idea for the cat cameo for Suga? Was like that you?
Idea, baby.
Love that.
And let me say that it was a fight with the people. Not a fight, but it was definitely, I had to convince the people I was creating this with, because nobody understood. Nobody's as invested in the community of Army as I am. So I was like, we have to have a cat. I know he can't be in the video, so of course we're gonna learn the rap and all of that. But there's got to be a little moment that the fans will know, and if they know, hell yeah. And if you don't know, you're just like, what was that cat? And that was basically I remember when I played it for my parents for the first time. My mom kind of made this face when the cat came up. She was like, why was that cat there? And I was like, if you know, you know, Mom, and that's what matters. And finding that cat, the best part of it was that cat specific. We looked through like hundreds of stock footage cats. We couldn't find the perfect cat. And Andy, who directed the video with me and Sarah, he found this cat that the ears, if you look at the video, they go on beat. It's like boom, boom, right on the beat, right in that moment. And I remember it was like 2 a.m. when we looked at that edit, and it was such a gratifying feeling just to go, yes, it was worth all of it. And it's the perfect cat too. I love that cat. People are putting on their makeup with their eyelashes on their faces. It's on shirts. I'm like, this cat is the most famous stock footage cat in the world. I love it.
Oh my God, that's amazing. And I mean, did he get like a reaction? Did you get to see what he thought of that, or you still don't know?
Not really. No. I hope he was into it. Our conversations from afar, it's much easier when we're in person because usually there's a translator and we just have seamless conversations. But via text, they're super short. We just like go back and forth about basketball and talk about the music, like go Dynamite, go Blueberry Eyes. It's cute, but yeah, he's the best, man. He works so hard, and his productions are so cool. He actually sent me a production when we weren't figuring out a song on my album. He sent me his own production. He was like, do you want to write on this if we don't find something on your album? So who knows what the future will hold. We'll see. He's so great.
Amazing. And I just want to say, like, I know you agree with this, and I wish more people would finally get on board, is that music has no language. Like, it transcends borders and boundaries, and I feel like that song is a testament to that. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't speak that language, you can feel it, you can vibe with it, and I'm just so appreciative that there's more people like you that are not caring about, I can't understand the words, and they're not gonna like
totally.
listen. So
I love hearing that from you. Yes, I mean, you get it. You get it, boo. That's so awesome. It's so true. It really is. I mean, when you feel it, you feel it. If anything, it's a testament to if the story is there underneath it, hopefully it transcends language, like you said.
I love it. And also, I mean, I've been part of the BTS Army since 2017. I don't know if you can see them on my wall right there.
Oh, I figured that was that. Yeah, of course. I love it.
I just want to reiterate the fact that we're just so thankful for you. I feel like you've literally set the standard on how collabs should be and the way you should treat someone that you work with. And we can just tell from the start that you were genuine. We never questioned your motives, and just we knew you were supportive from the start. So they just wanted to make sure that I said thank you again for just how supportive and genuine. I mean, like, this is your song. Blueberries is your song, but you've never once left Suga out, and it's incredible.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It wouldn't be what it is without him, you know? It's our song together. And same with Love You Less with Quinn and Kim. It's like I love getting to share the story. It's so much more fun when you could share it with somebody, you know? That's the funny thing about being a solo artist. I see like my friends AJR, they're brothers and they get to celebrate together. It's like anytime I can bring somebody in that I love and respect their work and we can share a story of a song, it just makes it even more exciting when it has fun things happen or accolades. And it's been amazing to learn the Korean. I'm actually working on a full Korean version of the song too, just because I've had so much fun.
Oh my God. So Korean is like one of the hardest languages to learn. Like I was looking at a list of like the time that it takes you to learn certain languages, and Korean and Japanese were like at the end, like the hardest languages. So you and your wife are tackling that while she's pregnant and probably has pregnancy brain. Like you guys are just incredible. How long did that take you?
I'm so glad you said that, because that was a part of why it took us like 2.5 weeks to learn it, because we really treat it like I'm sure we as a team could have done it in like 2 days if we just spent 2 days doing it. But I knew that in her pregnancy brain and her state, she just like, there's windows of opportunity when she's like in the best place, feeling good. So we just made a commitment to each other. Let's just learn the one line each night. And so we just hold each other accountable and then put it all together. And yeah, it took us like 2 weeks, and it was so cool to do it together though, because even if we've had a long day of work, whatever else, and then you just want to go to bed or watch Shark Tank or something, it's like no, we got to learn the one line tonight. It's got to happen. And then at the end, it was so rewarding to just look at each other and be like, just looking. It's so fun. And I hope she learns the full version with me too once I get the translation. It's gonna be fun.
That would be so special. And I was going to say, like, you guys had it harder than us, because as Army, like, when we are just singing it at a concert, it doesn't have to be perfectly phonetically correct. Like, we can just kind of yell out gibberish and it sounds like it, but yours had to be, like, the exact pronunciation and, like, everything. So you guys, you knocked it out of the park, man. Awesome.
Honored. That's always the greatest compliment, too, if people. And it's funny you say that, because I love Japanese, too. Those are the two languages that I've really grown to be into. Yeah, but I will say they kind of, when you spell them out phonetically in English, they are pronounced how they sound. So I appreciate that. Whereas with some other languages like Italian or French, it's like there's so many nuances that throw me off a little bit more. So I appreciate with Japanese, arigato gozaimasu. Like it's just, if it says arigato, it means arigato. It means
that. I know. My memories keep popping up. I was in Japan a year ago today. So every time I log onto my phone, I'm seeing all this amazing scenery and food, and we're just like stuck here, obviously.
I know.
Do you have a place
when we get to go back?
I was gonna say, do you have a place you want to go to as soon as quarantine's over? Like where's next heading?
That's it. Japan and Korea with my baby girl. I wanted to experience it, and Emily hasn't been to Korea yet either. So we Asia in general is just so special, and then Amsterdam on the other end. That's our other spot. Those are our places for sure.
I love that. And then next time when you go, it'll be a family vacation with a little daughter tagging along.
No, I will never not have a daughter to potentially bring on these trips, which is, I hope she loves it. It's such a balance. I know with friends of mine who have kids that are touring, but you just you pick the best spots and hope that they appreciate and love it.
You'll make it work. I can tell.
Yes.
And I do have.
We will.
One question. I don't know if you can answer, so if you can't answer, that is okay. You tweeted something with some suspicious emojis, and we got to know, are we going to get a Max and Suga stage at the Asia Artist?
You know me, I like teasing, and I can't reveal things.
I figured you couldn't.
But I can't reveal things, but I can say that the moment, whenever it does happen that people get to see Yoongi and I finally, I said Yoongi again, damn it.
That's all right.
Did you see that? I did this genius thing and I said Yoongi by accident, and I thought that I was so embarrassed about it. and then I didn't know there was like a subculture of some
There
Yoongi
is.
is real. So
It's his like
I didn't know
alter
that.
ego. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I had no idea, but anyway, I can't wait for Yoongi and I to do a performance together because I've done so many versions of this song by myself, just trying to keep it exciting and stuff. So when we finally get to do this together, I think fans will be very satisfied and
Okay.
excited. So
We are looking forward to it. And again, you just mentioned you keep releasing versions. We just got the acoustic version today. So thank you so much for that gift on this wonderful Tuesday. I woke up and I was like, a new version. Oh my God.
Well, you've been rocking with me for a long time, so you know I did the same thing with Lights Down Low. Whenever we find a
Yep.
spark, I just have a lot of fun just adding as much spice and new excitement to it, and it gets me going. And then Lil Nas X kind of did that too, and I was like, oh man, you trying to copy my Lights Down Low vibe, my dude? And so that's Blueberry Eyes is definitely getting that treatment, just because it really is just fun to do all these versions and having like jazz, and I have amazing musicians around me who just keep adding cool, steez to it. I mean, there'll be a harp one eventually, I'm sure, just like I did with
Oh
Lights
my
Down
God.
Low. We just got to keep adding. Folk Korean, let's just keep adding the story.
Yes. I mean, holiday season's coming up. Can we get like a Christmas version? Come on now.
What would the Christmas version sound like? It's like,
Oh God, some
"Hey,
jingle
good
bells.
evening, it's just, I'm trying to get Dolly Parton on the Blueberry Eyes Christmas
Please.
version
And
for
I mean,
sure.
I got to know now that I brought Christmas music up. What are your thoughts? How early is too early to start playing Christmas music?
Great question. I think honestly at this point, November. That's when, like, after
Okay.
spooky season's done, don't even wait till after Thanksgiving. Like, you can start playing Christmas music in
Yes!
November. I think so. Yes, right?
Knew
did
you were an
good.
intellectual. November 1st, it's on.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Bublé, 24/7.
Boom. Because Emily's been so excited because she, like, Halloween is her favorite holiday, but she's been she's like, we don't get to do much, and I'm like, we still have to dress up. You're only to be potentially pregnant once for a Halloween. We got to do something. So I'm still
Something
figuring
with
it
the
out. But
belly.
But she said, I've just moved on and I just have gotten all of our Christmas decorations for our new spot. And we have little Christmas outfits for baby spooky girl. Oh my gosh, she's going to just be, she has her little Santa hat. It's all of it. It's
That
going to
is.
be
So when's the official
glorious.
due date?
December. Yeah. But
Okay, so it is December. Oh,
yeah.
oh
But
my
she's
God.
growing so fast. I'm basically, when November hits, I'm just ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
She
You have the
almost
go
got,
bag.
she tried to escape. She tried to jump into the world a month ago, like yeah, exactly, like the beginning of this month. And at the beginning of October, the first week of October, she tried to escape, and we went to the hospital and we did like a run through a dress rehearsal, but luckily she did not escape.
Okay, good.
And because she needs to grow a little bit more, but
Yeah.
she's growing that fast, and she was like, oh, it sounds like the world is cool, let me get out there, let me just live in the world. And we were like, nah, wait till at least November.
Wait a little bit.
So
A little bit. Wow.
so she'll be a Christmas girl. I hope she loves it.
I mean, what a great Christmas gift. I mean, come on, how can you top that?
Literally, there's nothing to top it. I'm just gonna stare at her for like a month straight for Christmas and play Christmas music for her. And I hope she loves every Dolly Parton Christmas album.
I mean, how could she not? Well, thank you so much. And then just color vision again, like how you said, you like always switching things up and you like trying new things. Just the whole album, I just love it because it's different. It's not what we hear on typical Pop 40, which I feel is what we need. I'm just kind of sick of the same stuff. I said it, don't at me.
Yes, Ashley, thank you.
There are people like you actually putting out different sounds, and we're so grateful. So is there any genre or just a sound that you want to try that you haven't really dove into yet?
Wow, great question. I think that I really we did a really fun like bossa nova-ish version of Blueberry Eyes. It's coming out in a few weeks. Like we did it live from the Troubadour, and it's really exciting. It's just like it's got like congas in it. It makes you feel like you're in a bar in Cuba. That's the vibe. And I just love that kind of instrumentation, like sort of just like congas and traditional drums. And I grew up doing a lot of African drumming stuff. I had an African coming of age ceremony instead of a bar mitzvah when I was 13, because I was in this drumming company. It's a bunch of random stuff. And that's why it's just like the story of where that goes. And that's why I did that Dolce & Gabbana thing with Madonna, because she liked that I had the African coming of age ceremony. The point being, I've always had that love for like tribal drums. So utilizing that in some music is long overdue. And I can't wait to really do, more of an album with more of that.
Wow. Okay, well, now that you've teased it, we need it. Like now
I
I'm just
know.
gonna be on the edge of my seat.
Oh,
But
the bossa nova version of blueberries, it's like he's just this guy's name's Alberto, and he just like he plays the congas, and then he has just those like little chimes. He's just like bring.
ooh,
Oh, it's so spicy. And Ryan plays upright bass. We're just having fun with it. Honestly, every version we could do, we're just like, it just to add more spice. It's been amazing. So I hope everybody loves them as much as we love putting them up.
I love that, spicy. And I just think that's why we love you. We can just tell that you stay true to yourself. You don't try to be someone else. You're Max, you know? You're Max.
And to you, Ashley. You're Ashley. I love it. Slaying it always.
Oh, well, thank you again. You're amazing. We cannot wait to hear what's next from you, and take a much needed break when your daughter's here. Don't worry about us. We'll be here when you're ready to come back.
Thank you. I know that's why I'm putting all these versions out now, so that once she's here, I'm just gonna be like, sorry guys, I'm gonna just put my phone. I actually did this weekend. I put, because I'm so bad with my phone, I just had Emily hide it for the whole weekend, and I didn't know where it was. So there wasn't even the temptation to find it.
Wow.
I was just like, damn. So I definitely say, if you're a phone addict like me, just have somebody you trust hide it for a day or two. And see how
more
you feel.
power to you. I don't know if I could do that. I'm addicted to TikTok. It's a problem. We're
such a
going through it right
problem.
now.
Yo, it's such a problem. You just go down a rabbit hole, and then you're like, 10 minutes have gone by, 20 minutes have gone by. How does it happen?
And I know you're on there because you posted stuff where you wanted people to duet you and stuff. So I know how it goes. It's bad.
And it gets you to, sometimes Joel, my friend Joel and I, we duet stuff, and I mostly do duets on TikTok because it's so fun to react to people's stuff. And he legitimately, we were watching one, and I just realized, like, when you have a video, what's amazing about TikTok, and also the thing that is very poisonous, is that when you hit the algorithm and it starts growing, it's so addictive. You're like, whoa, this is so cool, wow. And then you just watch that, and then you feel like you owe something to it. You're like, I gotta just stay here.
It's
I gotta keep going.
Right now. I can't move
it. Just keep moving and just keep watching. But I mean, there's some gems. So it's worth the addiction sometimes, because when you find a gem and you show that, like when I show Emily a really great baby video or something, I'm like, yeah, this is worth it. This addiction was worth it.
So we're gonna get baby TikToks, right? Huh?
We'll see. I think Emily and I are still debating whether because we're so open. I was like, I don't know if are we gonna pull a Justin Timberlake and like not really show her, or are we gonna pull a John Legend? I'm on the fence still, because we're pretty open, but I don't know. I also want it to be her choice. Like, I feel like that's a tough thing when it's so tricky, because I love Chrissy Teigen and John Legend's kids, and I love how they open their lives to us. But at the same time, I think about it, I'm like, well, it's not really, like, it should be her choice too, you know, if she's shared on the internet or not. Yeah. So I'm having a tough time. But if we do make the decision, they're going to be very cute baby videos. Okay. I promise. It's going to be.
Whatever you decide will be right for your family. So.
Exactly.
Well, on behalf of the BTS Army, we cannot wait for the day when all this Corona is over, that we get a Max and Yoongi stage or just something in person. You know, we can't wait. It's just gonna be.
Maybe it'll be a Max and Yoongi. We'll see. Maybe I'll meet up with maybe Yoongi. Definitely Yoongi. It's definitely gonna be Yoongi.
I know, and we've been dying to hear more Burn It too. So if you guys could do something with that, the Army will be so thrilled. So you guys are just so great together. We love it.
Thank you. I'm honored. Kamsahamnida. Pleasure. Keep killing.
I wish I knew more, but that's about it. I can do.
You know that one though, right? Kamsahamnida.
Yes, and 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. Of course.
I can do.
I wanted to make this whole challenge. I know we keep trying to end this, but I want to make this whole challenge where I just go up to people and like just say the rap. There's the Korean rap. Like, you just go up to people in Korea and just that's all you know is Suga's rap, and see how people react. They're just like, why are you talking to me like that?
What are you doing? No,
you are my dark.
I could keep talking for hours, but I know you are a very busy man. So
I got the next thing in 4 minutes. So you right. I appreciate you, but you're so great, Ashley. This is like when it always feels amazing when you do an interview or have a conversation where it does feel natural. You don't need to end it. It's not like, oh, when's it done? So
that is the nicest thing someone has ever said to me. Thank you so much.